I feel as though every real nigga had to endure the pain of eating struggle foods, man. I remember when I was a little kid, I was like maybe 11 years old, bro. I'd open up the pantry, seeing spider webs and roaches, and thinking to myself, God damn, we ain't got shit in this goddamn pantry. But you know what? It's given me the necessary experience points to make me evolve to the real nigga I am today. Hence, I've decided to create a tier list of the top struggle foods that I had to eat when I was a kid. Let's get to it. Starting off with the first two struggle foods, I'm gonna go ahead and put baked beans and canned spaghetti. They are basically the LeBron James and Kyrie Irving of struggle foods. And the reason as to why I put them in C tier is because of this. Do they serve their purpose? Yes. Do they hit? No. What are the after effects of eating them bitches? Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be fighting for your life. Butt ass naked, shirt off, everything in the bathroom, praying your intestines don't come out of you. Whoa. Yeah, it's one of them ones there, man. I remember when I was a little nigga, man, when I was eating them bitches out of the can, bro, I was thinking to myself, bro, how on earth are we in this predicament? And the funniest thing is, I lived in a 2-parent household and we were doing down bad. The second that nigga left, man, we started eating good. But anyways, besides the point, will it fill you up? Yes. Will you not want to eat again after eating them? Yes. That's why they go in C tier. On our second entry of struggle foods, I'm gonna put noodles. I'm gonna put them in A tier. And the reason as to why I put them in A tier is this, bruh. They get the job done. And when I talk about noodles, by the way, I'm not talking about the cup noodles. The cup noodles that you pay $2 per cup. No. I'm talking about these cancerous motherfuckers here filled up with MSG and all these kind of disgusting chemicals and shit like that, fam. That cost $1 for 5 packs. Yes, them here. With this packet of noodles right here, it only just comes with the noodles and flavoring, fam. It may look like there actually might be some foods and shit like that on the noodles, you know, for false marketing purposes, but they show you this to basically give you inspiration and hope that this is what you can do. This is what you can achieve with this $1 packet. You can add eggs, you can add meat, and you know what? It could actually go alright. And there's loads of combinations you could do as well, you know what I mean? Like, I remember when I was a kid thinking I was Gordon Ramsay, bro. I'd open up the spice pantry and just look at all the different spices and all the different things that I could do to add a bit of, you know what I mean, pizzazz to my shit. You feel me? And that's why it goes in A tier. On our third entry of the struggle foods, I'm gonna add cornflakes, and I'm gonna place this bitch on B tier. Now, when I'm talking about cornflakes, I'm not talking about the branded Kellogg's cornflakes. No, I'm talking about just the plain packet that says cornflakes on it. You know what I mean? Them ones there. The ones that the government provides to people when you're actually doing bad. Now, the reason as to why I put cornflakes in B tier is because it serves its purpose. It has a plain canvas. You can do things to the cornflakes that could actually elevate the flavor a lot compared to other cereals that you can buy on the market that you can't afford, right? Well, I remember what I used to do when I was a kid, bro. I just add sugar to that bitch straight out. Sugar and maybe if there's like a couple of dried fruits like sultanas and shit like that, I'd think it's starting to look like some commercial grade cereal, and that's why it goes in B tier. On our fourth entry, and I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a traumatic one, ketchup sandwich, fam. You haven't been through the struggle unless you've had a ketchup sandwich, straight up. And I've had to endure eating those shits for years, especially when I was a little nigga. Bad, bro. Like, I remember one time waking up watching my dad prep food for us for school, for me and my little sister, and what this nigga would do is that he would squirt the ketchup on the bread, get a little teaspoon, spread it all around. No butter knife, no nothing. I'll tell you why he uses a teaspoon, because if there's excess ketchup, he would scoop them bitches out and put it on the other sandwich for my sister, fam. Fam, this is traumatic as shit, bro. I remember going to school, bro. You know when it's recess time, when it's lunchtime, and like niggas share food and shit like that. I did not want to share food out of pure embarrassment. I wanted to share food, but I couldn't. There was one time I was forced to. Nigga just snatched a bit of my sandwich. It was like, hey, what's this? Took a bite from it. It was like, nigga, is this ketchup? I got bullied for that, bro. I got bullied for that. And you know what? It made me the person who I am today. And what's crazy is that this thing is very cost effective too. It's only like, what, $1 to make this whole shit? $1 for like the full ketchup and like $1 for the bread. So you basically have 10 days worth of food for $2, which is absolutely phenomenal. And that's why it goes in S tier. On our fifth entry, we are gonna go with sausages, A tier. And I'm not talking about just the sausages that you've prepped the same day. No, I'm talking about 3-day-old sausages that were left in the fridge. Pause. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that you thought you were doing good 3 days ago, but 3 days later, nigga, you're doing terrible. Netflix took money out of your account, and now you have to suffer and endure and check what's in the fridge. And you know what? When you open up the fridge and you see that pan with the grease around them sausages, and you chuck them bitches in the microwave, they hit. They sure do hit. And you know what? There's actually several things that you can do to actually enhance the flavor profile of the sausages, such as adding condiments like, you know, ketchup and mustard, or I don't know. Try it with peanut butter and let me know what you guys think. It actually goes all right. And that's why it goes in A tier for me. On our 5th entrance, I'm gonna put these 2 types of rice, A tier and A tier. Now, before I get into and dabble into what type of rice we're talking about, let's just have a conversation about rice for a second, yeah? Rice also comes with the same struggle package that you get from the government. And the thing is with rice, it definitely serves its purpose. There's so many combinations that you could do to rice to give it that, you know what I mean? You can have that rice plain if you're struggling. You can have that rice with sugar. Guess what? I had rice with sugar when I was growing up. I know several people had rice with sugar when they were growing up. And you know what? It actually tasted alright. And also, rice with barbecue sauce or rice with ketchup, whichever one that you decide to go with. Now, if you haven't tried rice with sugar, bro, you definitely need to try it. Like, it has the right source of nutrients to get you going throughout your day, fam. Rice with ketchup, on the other hand, nigga, you're down bad. You're down bad. And you know what? I haven't personally been there, but I know some people who've been there before. But that right there, fam, like, man, your mom couldn't make you some pasta sauce or something like that. And that's why it goes in A tier. On our 3rd last entry, we are gonna go with grilled cheese, S tier. Grilled cheese is undoubtedly the Lionel Messi of struggle foods because it just hits to the core, fam. It does, whoa, pause. It does everything that it needs to do to serve its purpose. And when it comes to cost and whatnot, it's actually dirt cheap to make some grilled cheese, my nigga. Like, all you have to do is just buy butter, bread, and cheese. And that will cost you like a total of $5, but it would last you a good amount of time. What I like to do with my grilled cheese is that I'd like to add some butter, put the cheese in, but what I'd like to do, because I had the flat press grill, I would add a little bit of cheese on top so it can give it that extra crispiness, and boy, it hit. I remember when I was growing up, we didn't have no flat press grill, so what I would do is I would just chuck it in the microwave and it would taste disgusting. It would taste abominable, bro. So real talk, fam, it definitely goes in S tier. And for our 2nd last entry, we are gonna go with cordial. A tier, most definitely. And the reason as to why is because every one of us needed a sort of beverage, right, to flush out the struggle food that we just ate. Now with cordial, and I put a branded cordial, but normally we get the non-branded shit. But anyways, nigga, you just pour a little bit on the cup and you pour the rest with water and you're good to go. Is it cancerous? Maybe. But is it cheap? Yes, and that's why it goes in A tier. Our parents love to save as much money as they possibly could, and you know what? Cordial always did its thing. You can get cordial in different sorts of flavors as well. I remember when I was growing up, I had the green cordial because it looked cool. There was blue cordial as well as like some blue lemonade and all that kind of shit, fam. Like it was actually all right, and that's why it goes in A tier. Now on our last entry, it's not on this tier list, but I would put it in S tier anyways because there's actually no sort of images that you can find of this struggle food. When I was in Africa, I remember, bro, I was mad hungry, yeah, and I needed something sweet. I needed something like a cake or something because I was like 7, 8 years old, and I was thinking to myself, damn, bro, what could a nigga eat out here, bro? So what my little cousin did was like, hey, bro, have you ever had sugar and bread before? I'm not even fucking with you, bro. So it would be bread, you dip it in water, and then you dip it in sugar, and then you eat it. I'm not even gonna lie, it did its job. It certainly did its job, fam. Have I had it since? No. Will I have it again? Definitely not. But fam, the niggas in Africa are struggling more than us, man. I was actually yearning for some ketchup sandwich at that point. That's how bad it was. And basically, yeah, fam, that basically wraps up our struggle food tier list. If you guys enjoyed this video, I don't know, like it. If you didn't enjoy it, dislike it. Let me know what I could do to improve on my content, man. By the way, man, YouTube is hard, bro. It's really hard. It's really hard. It's harder than I thought, man. Every single time you'd upload, you'd think your video would go mega viral, but you'd only be stuck with like 28 views or some shit like that. But the struggle, the hustle continues. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.